Welcome to the second T10 game today against the battle group team from NATO and Tallinn United. So United won the toss and they have elected to bat. And we have Skillington bowling for NATO, Nand and Ayush batting for United. Full toss and swing and a miss from Ayush. Nice full ball from Skillington. Good T10 ball, nice and full. So we're playing from the opposite end this game. We'll alternate each game just to even out the wear on the ground here. Short ball and Bruce gets underneath that and it is one bounce and 4. So first boundary for United. Bruce off to a good start here. Skillington in again. Short and it's hit him. He's upset with himself. Missed out there. Bit of a loose short one from Skillington and Bruce would have been looking to hit that one over the square leg boundary, but I think he was through his shot a little early. Pitched up and in the air again, and the fielder's come around and he's just put it down. It's a diving effort. He got both hands to it and a really good effort there, but couldn't hold on to it. And that is the end of over number 1. 9 runs for United. No wickets down and unlucky there. Skillington could have had his first wicket in Estonia. Wasn't to be. So we'll see who it is to bowl the second over here. Rai or Ray? I'll go with Rai. Rai coming in to Ayush. Pitched up outside off, and it's a wide. Bruce did give himself a little room there, but ended up nowhere near being able to hit it. So umpire cross, spreads the arms, and another wide. On the legs, nice and full, just dropped onto the leg side and they're through for a quick single. And brings Nand back on strike. Just faced the one ball so far. Both of these batters can get the score moving quickly, especially with these short boundaries. Let's see how they go today as Rai comes into Nand and he's hit that in the air. Another diving effort. Another catch goes down, but that would have been spectacular from Skillington there. And a fantastic effort. Certainly stopped a boundary. And good early signs here from the NATO team in the field. That's on the legs and dropped into the leg side. Bruce slow to take off. But Nand got through very quickly and that's a leg by. So yes, the NATO teams, the last couple of years we've had, the fielding has been excellent, so no surprises there. Not sure if any of these guys would have played T10 before, though. It's a slightly different game to what they'd be used to. Bit short there, and he's pulled that really nicely, and that will race away for 4 and just keep going. Just too short there from right. Something you'll learn pretty quickly in T10, you have to pitch the ball up. Short balls tend to go for runs. So first boundary for Nand. And Wright will have to adjust his length. That's better, nice and full. Swing and a miss. I think they'll learn reasonably quickly here, these guys. When they see the short ones go for a lot of runs, the full ones is where you can pull it back as a bowler. Short again and pulled away again, and 4 more runs. So if he hadn't learnt the first time, he'll learn this time. Cannot bowl short. Second over done, 21 runs, no wickets. So final over of the power play here. Be Kent coming into bowl. It's a full toss, and Bruce has taken full advantage, just over mid-off's head, and 4 runs. So a loosener there from Kent. Not sure what Bruce is complaining about. Maybe just upset he didn't hit it for 6. Yep. I think the other mistake these NATO guys have made so far is the field. That one's over the top. Nice shot by Bruce. 4 more runs. So they've got a deep square cover and a deep square mid-wicket. And really you want your deep fielders, especially in the power play overs, to be your 2 straight men and bowl full. They'll learn as Bruce just knocks that down to mid-off for a single. As I said, this is probably the first time any of them are playing T10, and it does take a little bit of adjustment on strategy. Whilst these Estonian players haven't played a lot of T10, as Kent comes in again on the legs, dropped into the leg side, and Skillington fields well and no run. Estonian players haven't played a lot of T10, but there is a lot of T10 played around Europe with the European Cricket Network, and these guys have watched a lot of T10, so much better understanding of the game, I would say. And that's a full toss, and Nan just launches that over the boundary. I think 6, yes. Umpire Cross happy with the height. And Kent just a couple of full tosses this over, and the United batters taking full advantage. In again, and just heaved into the leg side by Nan. The fielder's coming around, but he won't stop it. And that's 4 more runs. Nan moves on to 20 off 8. And after 3 overs, United now 40. Still no wickets lost, and they'll be reasonably happy, I'd imagine, with that start from the power play. Now the NATO team will be able to push a few more fielders back, and I'd imagine try to stop this flow of boundaries. So yeah, they've got to have the straight man back. There he is. He's going back there on deep mid on, but I've got mid on, mid wicket, and square leg. So ring on the offside, and they've got a deep cover as well. Very square though, almost a deep point. And now just adjusting the field, so happy with that. Looks like a spinner coming into the attack, and that's nicely looped, and there's going to be a run out. Can he get it down there? Yes, he's hit, and Savio says not out. So big mix up, bit of a misfield. Bowler bobbled it, managed to hit the stumps, but could not get there in time, and United survive what was a bit of a moment. Probably should have been a run out there. Didn't do anything hugely wrong, just a couple of slight mishandles, and gave Nand enough time to get down the other end. So it's Patel bowling. It's a good first ball. Nice and loopy, and Ayush was beaten by the flight and just managed to get a bit of bat on it. So here he comes to Nand. Throws it up again, and he's bowled. So lovely bowling, just getting it to dip down at the crease, and Nand bowled for a good little knock. As we see Sahil coming out now to join Ayush. Certainly a guy that can hit big, and on these small boundaries, someone that can punish you if you get anything loose. But an excellent start here from Patel. 1 for 1 off his 2 balls. And just a really, really good length. Batters are going to have to use their feet against him. And I'm not sure, not a lot of high quality spin bowlers in Estonia, so not a lot of practice against this kind of bowling. Let's see if Patel can continue this. Comes in again. And another good ball, just dropped into the leg side. They come through for a quick single, and a bit of a slip from the fielder there. I think a few of these guys just wearing flat bottom sneakers, and that's with this ground coverage may mean they're going to slip a bit. It's probably the second slip I've seen already. Patel in again, and Bruce does use his feet here, but doesn't manage to get any bat on ball as Patel finds the gap there between the bat and his legs. But the keeper standing back a few metres here for the spinner, probably missing out on a chance on a stumping there. But it does allow the batters to get down the crease if they want to. And this one is a full toss. Bruce has got under that. Hasn't got all of it, but it will go for 4. He just gets it over the infield. So Patel just over pitching there. So last ball here of the fourth over. That's a better length, but Bruce launches into that one, and the fielder on the boundary thought he was in for a chance, but it's gone well over his head, and that is a 6. So a brilliant start to the over from Patel, but the last 2 balls going for 2 boundaries, and United moved to 52 for 1 from 4. Just give you an update on the score on ground 2, where the women are playing a Super 8s match, and we have Sarama Tuloveski 93 for 2 off 11.5 overs. Now, of course, Penguins earlier scored 84 off their 16 overs, but with Super 8s, you lose 5 runs every time you lose a wicket. So Sarama still, whilst they're leading, still could lose this one. So we've got the last pair. It is pairs cricket, so the last pair coming in now for Sarama. And if they can manage to not score -9, they will win this match, as Sahil just launches that short ball down over the bowler's head for 4. So Sarama Tuloveski looking in good shape there to get their first win of the season in the Women's Super 8. We'll give you the result when that's finished. Penguins will be looking for a few wickets to bring that one back. So in comes Chugtai. Short again, Sahil launches again, and that's 6 again. So Chugtai just too short here, first 2 balls, and that is not going to trouble Sahil. And he could be in for a big one today if the bowling continues like this. Needs to pitch it up. Just make it difficult for the batter. He might still hit you for 6, but when you pitch it short, it is just far too easy, and it's another short one, and it is another 6. So really getting the business here, Chugtai, from one of the biggest hitters in Estonia, Sahil. And this might be a very painful over for the NATO side. Needs to pitch this up. Sahil certainly won't be taking any prisoners for the final 3 balls here. And that's better ball, nicely pitched up, swung away, and Sahil tried to sweep that one onto the leg side, but couldn't get any bat on it, and a dot ball. So good comeback from Chugtai. That's where he needs to be. Nice and full, good shape away from the batter. Do not drop it in short again. And he's dropped it in short again, and it's gone even further. Big hit from Sahil, and 6 more runs. So, yeah, just needs to get his length right here. Last ball for Chugtai, and that's no, down the leg side, so it will be a wide. So he'll have one more chance here. .30-run partnership up, just 9 balls for these two. That's a Hill 23 off 6 so far. There's Chugtai, and again, it's short again, and just worked nicely around the corner, but there's a fielder there. One bounce, and he fields it, keeps it to 1, and Sahil keeps the strike. 5 overs down, 76 for 1. United would be very happy so far. It's a beautiful day out here at Tiskre. great day for cricket. Great to see grounds 1 and 2 both in action, and good to see the men and the women both in action today as well. And also great to see this NATO team for the first time this year. It's fantastic to have them involved with cricket in Estonia, and we can't wait to see them every year. As a new bowler is on. Interesting action, and it's a bit short. It's popped up by Sahil, but it's in a gap, and that'll be 1. So quite an interesting action here from number 4. Wait for his name to come up. Gaha. So Gaha bowling now to Ayush. He hasn't had a lot of strike lately. He's hit that straight to the fielder on the offside, but they get a single because he is right on the edge of the circle there. So a good start here from Gaha. And he's got under that Sahil. It's very high, and I think it's going to go all the way. Is it 6 or is it 4? It is 6. So it's gone all the way. Didn't get all of it, but got enough of it on these short boundaries, and that's another 6 for Sahil. He moves to 31 of 9. And certainly seems to be hitting the ball well today, Gaha. Let's see, has he got any answers? It's dropped a little bit short, but it's just back over the bowler's head, and 1 run. So he's certainly asking questions of the batters here, Gaha. And Bruce rocks back. He puts that, and it's a great catch by Skillington. At his ankles, diving forward, taken a beautiful catch, and the first wicket falls for United, and the battle group team from NATO, they've taken their first wicket. So well done to Gaha. It was quite a good first over there, as the scorers make a few adjustments. I think he'll have 1 ball left. But a fantastic catch there from Skillington. He almost had one in the second over, diving to his left, but he made no mistakes with that one. Taken beautifully down low, coming in off the boundary. And Anurag comes out to join Sahil. Another dangerous, explosive batsman if he gets going, Anurag. You can see he's very, very tall, so long arms, and swings the bat freely. So Gaha, 1 for 9, last ball of his first over. And a good length, and Anurag rocks back, drops it into the leg side, and they get a single. So good first over there from Gaha, 1 for 10. United 86 for 2 from 6 overs. Economy rates in T10, geez, there. Who'd be a bowler? Go for 10 and you've had a good over. Over number 7. 4 overs remaining here for United. Projected score 143. They'll be trying to push that up more like 150, 160 by the end, I would think. So Hill keeps going at 3 a ball. He'll certainly help them do that. So Anurag on strike. Patel back in. Bowled an excellent first over. And a lovely length again, and Anurag just thrashes that down the ground for a single. Now let's see what Sahil will make of Patel. Certainly wants to keep it full, doesn't want to drop it short. It's another full one, but it's too full, and Sahil didn't get onto it. Hits it out to Skillington there, just a single. So probably got away with that one, Patel. Big full toss, and Sahil could not capitalise into Anurag, and he's got under that, and that'll be 6. So good shot there from Anurag. Patel, not a bad ball, but just short enough to give Ankur the chance to get the chance to get under it. And it's his first boundary in T10 cricket for Anurag. Wasn't in Estonia the last time we had a T10 tournament. Patel now looking to strike back here. That's a bit short, but Anurag just drops back and hits that straight past the stumps for another single. Another full one. Sahil gets under it, and he might have found the gap. No, the fielder comes around, and it'll just be one again. So Sahil struggling to find the middle against Patel. Looks like he's getting a bit of dip. Probably putting some rotations on the ball, so making it a little bit harder. Last ball here, short. Anurag up in the offside at the top edge, and it's found a gap, and they'll come back for 2. It's good running from Anurag. And that is the end of over number 7. 98 for 2. United in a good position here with 3 overs left. They'll want to get another 50 odd at least. Anurag 11 off 5. Sahil 34 off 12. Good chance here for Sahil to launch into this last couple of overs and try and get the score up around that 150 mark. Looks like Gahar will continue. And if he can keep him down to 10 again, that'll be a very good over. So in he comes to Sahil. And Sahil sweeps that into the leg side. Skillington comes around, but it's through his legs. And that is a 4. Unfortunate on the boundary there. Just didn't get down to it. And 4 runs for Sahil. Unfortunate for Gahar. He bowled a good ball. Sahil couldn't get everything onto it, but he got enough. And gifted 4 runs by the fielder. So just making a couple of adjustments to the field here, and Gahar coming in again. And drops back. Sahil, he hits that high, and it's going to go all the way. 6 runs, just a little bit short from Gahar, and Sahil moves into the 40s. 1 hit away from 50 here off just 14 balls. Excellent innings from him. Pure T10. Fuller, and in the offside, it's in the air, and the fielder backing away. Never looked like he was going to catch it, and 4 runs it is. So not a great effort there by the fielder. Just didn't look like he was ready for the catch at all. And again, and Sahil, it's straight up. Is the fielder going to get there? No, he doesn't, and that goes. Is it 6 or is it 4? It is 4, and that's the 50 for Sahil off just 16 balls. Fantastic innings. Fielder's just starting to let the bowler down in the last over and a bit. Couple of catches they really should have got closer to, and boundary going through the legs. Just all little disappointing. They'll be disappointed themselves. But a boundary every ball so far. And he's in again, and Sahil's back again. That is a very, very high again. The fielders are converging, and he's dropped it. He's dropped it, and they're through for a single. So another missed opportunity here. Got to it well, but just at the last minute thrust his hands out, and all he could do was parry it to the other fielder who picked it up and threw it in. So I suppose the victory is just a single. Last ball now to Anurag, and that's outside off. He's lifted it over the offside nicely. No one back there, and that is 4 more runs. So Gahar, unfortunately, 23 off that over, and that was a big one for United now. 121 for 2 with 2 overs left, and you would imagine 150 now very much on the cards. So, 2 more overs for United. Can the NATO team get themselves a couple of cheap overs here, keep the damage to a minimum, or will Sahil keep going? It's Rai to come back in. 11 off his first over. And he's pitched up on the legs. He's hit the pads. There's a peel from the keeper, but that was going down leg. And they're through for a leg bye. So good start from Rai. Gets the dangerous Sahil off strike. As our camera seems to be under attack from a wasp. Rai now to Anurag. Moves across, and well, it's a wild one from Rai, and it is going to be a wide. Short, wide, put a lot into it, but lost the direction and length completely. Anurag moving around the crease, maybe putting the bowler off. See what he does this time. I think he'll be walking across again. He comes at him, and he's hit that well, but it'll be straight to the fielder on the boundary. One bounce. And the single throws it in, hits the stumps, but Anurag well home, and 1 more run to the total. So if they can avoid boundaries here, that's definitely a win for the NATO team. Sahil back on strike. Short and wide, and he's managed to get under edge on it. Probably would have been a wide if he didn't get bat on it. Went through the keeper's legs, and they managed to run through for a single. So 3 nice tight balls, and 1 wide so far from Rai. He's in again. And swing and a miss by Anurag. Very, very valuable dot ball in this last 2 overs. Excellent stuff from Rai. 2 balls left. Can he get them on the spot? As he comes in now to Anurag. Short, and he's lifted that. And it's 1 bounce down to the fielder on the boundary. So another single. Very economical here from Rai. Anurag not looking happy with himself. Looks like the women's match has ended on ground 2, so we'll get you a score. And Tuloveski winning their first Super 8s, women's Super 8s game with 132 off their 16 overs. So well done to Saramat Tuloveski, as that one's pushed down the leg side by Rai. It's a wide, they're coming through, and he's run out. He's run out, direct hit from the keeper. So Excellent work there from the NATO keeper, Anurag, doing the right thing, pushing for a single, and he is run out for 17. So they'll get the wide but not the run. So there'll still be a ball to go here for Rye, as it looks like Murali perhaps coming out to join Sahil. Sarama Tuloveski went from last place to first place with that win. Now on top of the table with every team having one win and one loss. Looking like a nice tight competition there in the women's Super 8s. With one match every Sunday for the next 3 weeks. As now Murali takes strike here, Rye comes in, and it's wide, and it is called wide. So bowler not looking particularly happy with that, but needs to re-bowl it again. It's been a long 9th over, but still pretty economical by T10 standards. Here he comes again, trying to finish off this 9th over, and it's another wide. No, he's been given a no ball, so didn't even land on the pitch. And now a free hit. Sahil coming down to give Murali a bit of advice. I'm assuming it's, hey, swing as hard as you can. So this 9th over continues for at least one more ball. 9 balls long so far. Ten balls, sorry. And Murali hits that nicely over the offside. He finds the gap and it goes for 4. So a bit of a loose end of that 9th over allows United to hit 12 off it and 134 for 3 with 1 over left. So Rye will be a little bit disappointed with that. He bowled a really good first 5 balls, but unfortunately took him 4 attempts to bowl the last one. So Skillington looks like will come in to finish off here for the NATO side. Sahil on strike, 54 off 19. He'll be looking to launch a few here. We'll see, can United get this over the 150 mark as he comes in on the legs, and he's missed out there, Sahil, but he's got a wide out of it. Just all he needed was a little bit of bat on ball there and he would have got a boundary, but he'll take the wide and the extra delivery. And still 6 balls remaining here for Tallinn United. Pitched up and swings hard, but just an inside edge. It's out to the boundary and the fielder picks it up and they settle for 1. So a good result there for Skillington. Just draws the false shot out of Sahil. Keeps it to a single. Comes in again. Murali on strike. Short ball, and Murali backs away and just slaps it into the offside, and another single. Thinking about a second, but Sahil not interested. Probably would have been better served just to stand and deliver there, Morley. By giving him room, he actually turned it into an offside shot. Could have launched it over the leg side. Short again, and Sahil into that, and he's hit it straight to the fielder, unfortunately, and another single. So nice work here from NATO, keeping this last over nice and tight so far. 3 balls remaining for Skillington here. Try and keep the boundaries to a minimum. And Nurli's got under that. It's in the air. The fielder comes round, and I think he's got a hand to it, but it's gone through for another 4. And that's the second drop out there for that fielder, unfortunately. And the bowler's really not getting a lot of support on that offside, unfortunately. So 4 runs to Murali and takes the total to 142. 2 balls left here. Skillington into Murali. Steps back, swings hard, it's up in the air. The fielder comes in and he takes the catch. So an excellent catch there down at long off. And Skillington makes the breakthrough. Murali doing the right thing, trying to hit big in the last over, and the catch is taken. So 1 ball left. The new batter will be facing. So Sahil looks like he'll finish on 56 from 21. Excellent innings from him. And 1 ball left here for the new batter to face, as we'll see who it is. BK. Bhupender. Now, pay no attention to the negative average. There are some indoor stats in there, and he played a lot of indoor cricket this year and not a lot of outdoor cricket. We are working with Crick Heroes to split out the statistics, so we only get the T20 for the T20, the T10 for the T10, and the 40 over for the 40 over. But it is a work in progress at the moment as Skillington comes in for his last ball. Bit short, and his big appeal, but swing and a miss, I think. No joy from umpire Tim Cross, but a dot ball to finish it off. And Tallinn United finish on 142 from their 10 overs. eFP EBG Cricket Club from the NATO base in Tapa will require 143 in 10 overs, and we'll be back with you for the chase.
So the Tallinn United defence is underway. Just waiting for the live store to kick in. There we are. Shrikant, the bowler. Eccleston on strike. Oh, that's managed to go between the batter and the stumps. So most of the battle group players look, as you would expect, big, fit and strong. If they can add some timing in that, they should be able to pick up lots of boundaries. There's first bat on ball, and it's a wicket. Ash taking the catch in the covers. And Eccleston departs for a duck. Not the start that the battle group wanted, but it is the start that United would have been desiring. Shrikant picking up the first wicket of the second innings. Shrikant put a shift in for United yesterday with the ball as well, bowling with 4 overs. He was looking in good touch then, and he looks as though he's continuing it now. Battle group players are not accustomed to the T10 format, so it may take them this game to get used to it a bit. The pace, the way that the best way to go about a run chase. So Gaha, the new batter, in. Somehow he's just been given 2 runs without facing a ball. He hits this one to mid-wicket, and it's no run. So the scorer has fixed that up. He must have just accidentally bumped a button on the old tablet. So here comes Shrikant in again from the Stockholm end. Driven just wide of Anurag at mid-on, and that will be the first boundary of the battle group innings, a 4 to Gaha. That is the way to play T10. Pick the gaps and you'll get boundaries. Often batters think they've got to change their style, they've got to go more smash and grab, but with a 50-metre boundary, put it in the gap and you'll get runs. Shrikant changing to over the wicket now after being hit for the boundary. Sorry, around the wicket. Get it just past the mid-wicket, but not past Anurag, who is coming around to back up the fielder in front of him. So a single to finish off the over, 5 runs for the battle group and 1 wicket for United. Murali Obali will be the new bowler. Still from the Stockholm end, as it's T10, all overs in a match are bowled from the same end. This game it's the Stockholm end. Next match, the overs will be bowled from the Kiev end. Murali's first ball is a wide. Looks like a little bit of shape there. But Gaha wasn't interested. So Murali in once more to Gaha. Outside off, he beats the edge. Gaha trying to cross-bat it. And then after he missed it, realised he should have gone for the cut shot. There is a point and an extra cover. So if he's going for the cut shot, he's going to have to either play it very, very late or very, very well. Goes straight, picks out Anurag. So it'll just be the one run. And that will get Skillington on strike, finally. He's been a bit of a spectator down the other end. Now he's got to face the ball from Murali. It's a straight one. He's hit him high on the thigh. Murali in once more to Skillington. Chops this one down. It's gone into covers. They're going through for the single. Throws wild. It's gone over the keeper, but it's been backed up well. I think that's Meidel doing the fielding there. Really into Gaha. This one's much more on the body. He's hit it straight to mid-wicket, down his throat. He does not make any mistake, and that's the second wicket for United. Gaha departs. And the battle group are not winning this battle so far. Battle group will need a batter to hang around for a few overs, find some boundaries. So far it's just very short innings. And the new batter is Fry. We have one ball to face from Murali. United with a real ring on the offside. There's a fly slip, a point, extra cover, and a mid-off. He was outside the circle. He's come in. Let's go a bit under edge to approximately where a man on the 45 would have been if they had one, but they don't. So Fry gets off the mark with a single and will retain the strike for the next over. It looks as though Anurag's going to come on to bowl. He bowled a fantastic couple of spells yesterday in the 40-over match of United's victory over Stallions. Included a double wicket maiden. Just bowling really good line and length, making it very awkward for the batters. He's got a bit of nip about him as well. utilises that height to his advantage. Doesn't try to pitch it in short. He puts it on the good length. And he gets good lift out of the pitch. So Anurag with his first ball to Fry. Outside of off stump. Swing and a miss. Fry backs away. Really, if he just steps into that ball, there's a good little gap there between cover and mid-off. Hits it basically straight towards the nets. He'll be guaranteed a boundary. This one's wrapped him on the pads. They'll get through for, that will be 4 leg byes. Yep, the umpire signals the leg byes. So a much needed boundary for the battle group. From the NATO base here in Estonia. And United now putting a man on the boundary at a squarish fine leg. A big appeal for LBW. The umpire says no. And they'll get through for what should be another leg by. Not seeing a signal from the umpire though, so I see the scorers put the previous leg by down as only 2 leg byes. It definitely crossed the rope because it did so just in front of me. So Anurag comes into Fry. Drives this one, but is just a little wide of Shrikant at mid-wicket. Wide enough that they're able to scamper through for 1. Anurag to Skillington. He's bowled him. The stumps go flying and Skillington's innings comes to an end. He's again looking to drive off the back foot. Anurag beats him and breaks his wicket. 3rd wicket falling for the battle group as run chasers not going well at all. United very much on top. So the new batter coming out to join Fry is Patel. And the new bowler will be Ashish. Ash just making a couple little adjustments to the field. He comes in. Outside off stump, pushed back past him by Fry. They'll pick up just the 1. Interesting. Ash has added in a 3rd man. Then there's a fielder, Gully, who's on the 30-yard circle. And there's an extra cover, a deep cover on the boundary. Or he's wrapped him on the pads. Umpire Tim Cross very quickly says no. He was happy that was going down leg side. Signals a leg by. One more to the total for the battle group. Patel got off strike but did not get off the mark. Ash in again to Fry. Big swing and a miss outside of off stump. Looked like Ash was just skirting with the wide marker. The umpire was happy enough that it was inside. So leaves it as a dot ball. Fry looking to pull that one away. Just mistimed it. Ash in once more. Gets this one straight. Fry's not able to get it away. Another dot ball. Not what the battle group want. Chasing a pretty big target here. And he's bowled him. Ashford another straight one. Fry trying to go cow corner, and he's played all around that. And once again, we've got a couple of stumps on the ground, and another battle group batter departs. So Chase is now looking very much out of reach, and it's more about whether United will bowl the battle group out, or they can try to get a few more runs on the board. Things not looking good for the battle group here.
Not the greatest start.
It's barely even a start.
They do have 18, not 16, so...
Yeah, it will get fixed up later on.
Looks like United bringing on the part-timers.
Yeah, Mohammed Hamza, who is regularly a wicketkeeper, coming on to bowl.
Effective bowler in indoor cricket, though, so he does bowl.
He's bowling to Patel, who's whipped this one off his pads, clears the infield.
And is sprinting around the boundary and gets there.
So they'll come back for two. First two for the battle group's innings. It's a testimony to how much United rate Nance fitness as one of the older statesmen of the team, being out as a boundary rider. Full toss, cut away, but there is a fielder out there, so they're just going to pick up the one. And Rice slipped over anyway, so...
You don't think it's just a sign that they're all very lazy, Terry?
Could be that as well. So, Rai to face his first delivery from Mohammed Hamza. Drives it back. Hamza flicks it away. That's going to give them a chance for a run.
Collision between the batter and the keeper. One thing missing from today, Terry.
Some sun? Breeze?
Thinking the wind, yeah.
Yeah. A little muggy today.
Short.
And that's
Outside
before.
edge. Oh, and we have another batter wearing white pads.
Yeah. You have to sell them a few clads after this game.
Putting a Granic order in next week, so...
I've got a few things for you. Unfortunately, the bat covers are out of stock.
Batter's looking around the field.
Yeah, because there was also a car just driven behind the bowler, so he stepped away.
That's a feature of Tiskre. It's not
it is these days,
step
yeah.
away from. Oh, it's short. He's under it.
Fielder's coming in.
Sure, can't get there. And a wild throw up the stumps for absolutely no reason.
But well backed up by Ash.
Could get him in the Stallions team with fielding like that.
Well, last week we actually had NATO soldiers walking behind the bowlers. They were French. That was their excuse of not realising.
That's understandable.
Full toss. It's gone through the keeper's legs.
Rossi's called no ball.
Yeah. One no ball and...
Two no balls.
One no ball and one bye. Can't have two no balls.
Whatever.
I hope the scorers have got it correct because the umpire didn't signal it correctly. But it is a free hit. What can Patel do with it?
Oh, it's high. It's very high. Anurag is settling underneath it and he catches it. And wastes a catch on a free hit.
Yep. Not as bad as the effort from one of the United fielders yesterday on a free hit where he came in off the boundary to attempt to take a catch, missed it, and so it went for 4. Whereas if he just stayed exactly where he was, he should have been able to just take it on one bounce and prevent the boundary.
Awful lot of conferences between umpires in the T10 today. Would have thought T10 would be easier.
It doesn't matter what the format is as an umpire, as long as you're concentrating, it's fine.
Savio's missed a few signals.
Yeah, I kind of assume that might have been what Tim was checking with him about. With the no ball.
While we're striking out down the leg side and a wide, while we're talking about uniform issues this week, both umpires out of uniform.
Yeah. It's not like there isn't 20 umpire shirts just sitting over in the container.
Nice and full. Could be 2. No, just the 1.
Yeah, just settling for the single. The battle group just looking to get some batting practice in now.
I did ask them in the innings break whether they'd played any T10s before, and that was a resounding no.
Mm-hmm.
They said they were already learning some of the differences between what they normally play and T10.
Yeah. Shrikant beats the outside edge of Rye there.
And the captain suggested that you were spot on with your picks. That they'll definitely be better in the second game.
Good. Chops that one down. Shrikant very energetic, pouncing on it, looking to try to get a run out at the non-striker's end. Just got to look at T10 as being compressed cricket. Still can play your shots. You just got to take the blocks out. Just look to find the gaps in your score. You don't have to overhit it. The gaps out there, find them, and you've got boundaries.
Full toss, straight up in the air.
Ash coming around underneath it, but he's misjudged it.
And didn't really ever look like catching it.
He took one in the first over off Shrikant's bowling for the first wicket of the innings.
Wide run rate now 26, so I'd say this one's...
And he's bowled him middle stump.
Yep, definitely out of reach now for the NATO side. They'll learn about T10 every game they play.
Indeed. But I suppose the slightly surprising thing is that it's of the 5 wickets that have fallen, 4 of them have been bowled. I would have expected a few more caughts when people going for boundaries, but I suppose they were going for boundaries. They just didn't get any bat on them. Another little conference going on between the 2 umpires. They're inspecting the ball. Yeah, they're having a good old look at it. Picking up dents, it's hit the stump so many times. I was going to say before, it was a good thing that Ragnar wasn't in here commentating with the hornet buzzing around, but it looks like it's died.
Oh no, that was already here.
Oh, so the live one's left us.
Yeah, we're getting a good collection of dead insects in here.
Yeah. One thing that when there's not much wind here at Tiskre, you get lots and lots of bugs.
Once again, we've got the wrong batter on strike. Not sure how you managed to have the wrong batter on strike, to be honest, when the app does everything for you, but...
No, it wasn't the fault of the scorer. He had the guy who should have been on strike. It's the fact that the wrong batter was literally on strike.
Oh.
Yeah, because the wicket came at the end of the over.
Well... Again, I don't see how that's anyone's fault but the guy putting it into the tablet.
Oh, he's got who it should be and doesn't realise the umpires have allowed the wrong person to be on strike.
Oh.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Not a good game for the umpiring pair.
Oh, somehow missed everything. Really clasping his head in despair. He's got No idea how he did not pick up another wicket there. In the air and he's dropped it.
I think it was a bump ball.
Is it bump ball? I wasn't sure, and then the way he started coming for it, but yeah, there was a lack of sound from the fielders. So, although there was a bump ball in yesterday's match, and half the United team went up.
So 3 overs remaining, 110 runs needed. Run rate now over 36. So pretty difficult introduction to T10 for the NATO side.
As Anurag comes in again, wraps him on the pads.
He practices kneeing it away onto the leg side. Still the wrong batter on strike.
Yeah, that tells you that it's Ryan strike. That is Caddy. Ryan is in the white pads. Oh, Anurag. He knows he should have had another wicket there. He's only just missed the off stump of Caddy. It's another very awkward cross bat effort. And again, it misses everything. I have a feeling Caddy's not long for the crease.
Just got to bowl one straight. Oh, nearly a run out. Well backed up in the end by Shrikant there.
Yeah, if Anurag puts one on the top of off stump, Caddy's gone because he seems to only have one shot, the sweep shot. Oh, tries for a little guide. I have a feeling if he had have made any contact there, he would have just guided it into the keeper's gloves.
Not much difference between that and a 4.
There is a third man.
Bat on ball usually helps though. They certainly don't look like a side that are trying to score 110 runs in 12 balls though, Terry.
Does any side ever look like? These two just trying to bat out the overs, get a little bit more of a feel of it, get some more experience out in the middle here at Tiskre.
Looks like the hill will come on. Definitely would call him part-timer. And up in the air, Ash coming around again, misses it again. And Anurag cleans up on the boundary. So Hill, I don't know why you're bothering moving the field, mate. They need 110 runs. Let's just finish the game, eh? No, he's finally got onto a sweep shot. And it's gone away for 4. So he's swung and missed about 5 times before that, but he's finally got one on his pads. And 4 runs is the response. But, yeah, probably should show you that if you wait for the right ball,
Yeah. Oh, I was just going to say it was very, very generous of Say Hill to bowl it exactly where he could play that shot.
And wow.
Bit more manufacturing there. I think he swept that one from off of middle stump.
I'm just waiting to see middle stump go cartwheeling there.
He's having a look at the toe end of his bat. Well, it saved you.
Oh, we've got the right batters on strike now, but that'll
chip
make
in
the
the air,
scores even worse.
Yeah. I think the runs are probably actually... Oh, he's bowled him there. Trying to sweep one from off stump, and that's...
That was fairly inevitable, I think.
It was, yes. Don't try that at home, kids.
Kind of amazed that he lasted as long as he did. The scores for the individual batsmen will be completely wrong, but the total...
I actually think they ended up being roughly right once he got that 4. It's the balls faced that is... Yeah. You know, Rye has not faced that many balls. No. Caddy took a whole bunch of those. If their individual scores are off, they won't be off by much.
So total, we believe, is 41. That's 7 balls left. 103 to go. A run rate required of 89. Probably unlikely, I'll say. So he'll, would require about 100 wides now, I think.
Mohammed, the new batter.
Oh, that looks straight.
He's gone.
He's given. That looked very straight, even though we're not straight. I was giving him.
Speak for yourself.
So another wicket, and Sahil, he's done a Dave Robson special. 2 wickets of the last 2 balls of his over in the match. So long hat trick.
The friend of mine, Danny Hudacek, who does commentary for ECN, he is trying to bring in the wraparound hat trick. So that if you are in a situation like Sahil has here, that the next ball of the next game he plays, if he takes a wicket, that would be a wraparound hat trick. It hasn't gotten a lot of traction, let's just say that.
So Chugtai, he was the bowler that Sahil took an extreme liking to earlier, but it is BK to bowl the last over.
Wasp is back.
Decent start. In swinger.
Good running. Just pushing this one into the offside, which is quite packed.
I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed that they're not having a swing. They clearly haven't understood the concept of T10.
Well, he had a bit of a swing there, completely mishit it.
There's only really one way to play when you're chasing 150. I'd rather be bowled out for 20 than bat out the 10 overs and get 50.
Big appeal going down leg. I wouldn't like to be bowled out for 20.
No, I didn't say I wanted to be bowled out for 20. I said I'd rather be bowled out for 20.
I know what you said. I'm just saying I wouldn't like to be bowled out
for 20. Bat for 10 overs and get 50 if you're chasing 150. Got to show some intent. Ball. Dinked over his partner's head for a single. And the third backup player stomps the ball.
Yeah.
So last ball coming up.
I think from Rai and Patel, we've started to see a little bit that those two could possibly do something in the next game.
Mm-hmm.
And he's bowled him top of off stump, playing cross bat, not the way to go. And so the last ball is a wicket. United comprehensive victors by 99 runs.
97 runs.
97, that is correct, yeah. So there will now be a very long break until the next match, which is at 3 p.m, which is between the Vikings and the Stars. And then the NATO Battle Group will be back for the final match of the day at 5:30. So we'll see then how much they've learnt from this match and from this comprehensive loss to United.